Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. And a host of changes being made by Jacques for Argentina this weekend. An incredibly interesting team. Not the one we expected. I think very interesting to see positionally certain players, combos that we're going to see. The captain's pick is interesting. The bench is interesting. It's actually quite a cool 23 to try and sort of pick apart the thinking behind. And it gives us a little bit of insight, I think, about where certain players sit with regards to the World Cup. So, for example, I think this is confirmation that Jaden Hendricks will not be going to the World Cup, given the fact that he's not involved and will not have played a single Springbok minute after this weekend. So, for a player who, for me, was almost first choice a year ago, he is now completely dropped out of it. And unfortunately, injuries and sort of personal circumstances have probably been the reason, as opposed to genuine performance. I think if he had played the full season and been able to play a bit more, then I think he would be in the mix. But yeah, it's a very cool side. What's an interesting side? Be interested to see what people think about the balance and sort of where people sort of sit with regards to their feelings about this side. Before I show you, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. This is the side that will take to the field this weekend. Now, first things first, MBONAMBI has been named as captain, which is very interesting given the fact that Lekanya is in the starting lineup. And Lekanya has usually has captained the SAA side, always been talked about as a potential Springbok captain. But a big thing about the Bok management is that they said they really like to have captains who are close to the game, close to the action, close to the referee. I think is a big thing, and I think that's probably what has given MBONAMBI the edge. I think the only backline player who's actually captained a Springbok side really in the sort of the Jacques Barassi Rasmus era is Andre Pollard, who is, as a fly half, lives next to the referee and close to the action all the time. And that's kind of sort of what often will give him the edge. So it's a very interesting side. Let's go through it, shall we? Now, first things first, Trevor Nyakane, Thomas du Toit both do start, which we kind of sort of thought we might see. But what's very interesting for me is the fact that Trevor Nyakane is the loose head, Thomas du Toit at tight head. We've seen them both play at both sides for the Boks. And I think I kind of expected this the other way around, given the fact that Thomas du Toit has been covering loose head when he has come on. And Trevor Nyakane has played tight head a lot for the Boks in the last couple of years. So that in itself is quite an interesting selection. I think Trevor Nyakane starting is very exciting. I want to see more of Trevor and see exactly where he's at. He had a very short cameo over the weekend. But I think that especially with the injury to Oxen Chair, he could potentially be starting or at least involved in the 23 come the World Cup. So that in itself is quite interesting. Jean-Claude partnering Marvin Ori. Very interesting to see no Lourt Diaga involved. I mean, he has to go to the World Cup, Lourt Diaga, in my opinion. So you'd think you'd be wanting to get minutes into him as much as possible, but not in the 23 at all. For me, it's quite a strange selection. I think this indicates that Marvin Ori, first of all, is going to the World Cup, unless we're talking about a literal shootout between Jean-Claude and Marvin Ori. Jean-Claude being one of the few out-and-out fours in the squad, does have that opportunity, but Arcus Neyman covers for Franco Master can play it for as well. So you kind of think that that's covered, and you kind of be quite surprised, or at least I'd be quite surprised if Jean-Claude could do enough to put himself in the mix. The loose trio actually went live earlier today, and it's kind of the loose trio I predicted. Dion Free, Franco Master, Jasper Wiese. I think it's quite nicely balanced. You got the work rate, the line option of Franco Master. You got the brutality of Jasper Wiese, and then you got the energy of Dion Free. He's obviously very good over the ground and needs to be, because we don't really have too many fetchers in this sort of in this pack. Kubas Reinach starts, and he'll be partnered next to Murray Liebach. Then my maximum Pimpy, Kanan Moody starting. Curly answer off the bench. I don't think it's that surprising. He has played quite a few times. Damien Phillips at 15, we expected. What for me is quite interesting is Andre Esthuizen starting next to Lekanya. This is obviously, I think, again, to keep giving Lekanya some game time. I would have thought they would have liked to have seen Jesse Creel playing a bit next to Andre Esthuizen, given the fact that's kind of our second choice pairing. But obviously, they're quite happy with where they are, and they want to give Lekanya as many minutes as possible. We look at the bench. Joseph Dweber, Gerard Stellenkamp, Vincent Koch. We kind of knew that was going to be, we kind of knew those three players were going to be involved. Gerard Stellenkamp set to make his debut. Jean-Luc Depree is involved, which is good to see. We kind of wondered why he'd been called up if he's not going to be used for he wasn't used in the Rugby Championship. But I think that there was a quote, I think, from Dion Davis to say that, a guy like Jean-Luc Depree will be nice for him to have a chance. So that sort of indicated he would be involved. And then you've got Evan Ruiz coming off the bench, Herschel Yankees, Kirkley Orense, and JC Creel, which I'm not quite sure where he's come from my graphic. I think I pulled up the wrong graphic here completely. Let me just sort that out. So JC Creel is in the 23, and I think going the 5-3 split is probably quite a good idea. And I think that it'll be good to see. I think JC Creel will get about at least 20 or 25 minutes. I think that is he there now? He is there now. And Kurt Lawrence can cover wing and pull back. So it's a pretty dynamic bench, but a very interesting starting lineup. If you'd like to come and chat a bit more, come and join us on the live stream. We can really break this down. But apart from that, smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven. I'll chat to you soon.